What's up YouTube? Chris here with Chrono Clash Central. This time it's red-blue mid-range. This deck is awesome. And in my opinion, might be one of the best decks with the expansion set. So I'm a huge proponent of this deck. It's very cheap, it's good at controlling people's time, and also keeping the field clean and clear. There's not enough room for all the twos. So I said it's good at controlling time. You got so many twos to keep your opponent going. So I'll show you the last one after we go through these. We got Mitsuki. He's your finisher, primarily your finisher. You can always use him as just a 2-cost to keep your opponent's time under control. You've got Inojin, who gets himself back when you play him. He gets an EX in the Guardian stack. You've got Suigetsu, who gets EXs when you play him. And then you've got Sai, who returns battlers to your opponent's hand in the Guardian. That's mainly what he's there for, but you know what? If you play him for 2 and he lives because of his recovery, no one's complaining. No one's complaining. And Kiba Inuzuka. So he's also one. Just this card's good because you play him for 2. He's got 1 strength. He's probably going to take out an opponent's Guardian, and then you get an extra time. So it gives you a little bit more time to work with. So you can play something a little bit bigger while keeping your opponent's time under control. So you got a lot of 2s, so you can play it like kind of like a flat out game. You could play a lot of guys, little guys, bait your opponent into playing a time threshold so you get a lot back and then punish them. There's a lot of ways to play this deck. Lastly, or not lastly, but next we've got 3s. So you've got 3 different 3-cost cards. We've got Sarada Uchiha. This card's probably my favorite card still. It's not favorite, but this card's still really good. Don't get it mistaken. She's got only 1 strength, but 3 cost. But because she's got the recovery and the +1 Guardian attack, she can blow through your opponent's Guardians if they leave her alive. And she gets the EX, so she's kind of doing everything you want her to. Getting EXs, being a threat your opponent has to remove, especially for only 3 costs. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. And then we've got Yamato. This card's mainly for the return opponent's battler and the Guardian stack. If you get a couple turns in a row of doing that, like if you can hit some insane Guardian stacks with this deck, and it just kind of snowballs with your ability to control their time and keep them on the back foot. And in the worst case, you can always return your battlers to get not only things out of the field. And then we got Kotetsu Hagane. This is the first transform mechanic. What's transform? So you guys don't remember transform is you tap a battler that could attack, and then you just play this guy immediately attacking, and you return the other one back to your hand. So the reason that's good is you can reuse your destruction effects. So unlike decks that might just play pure, just insane amounts of destruction cards, you're planning to play a few of them and reuse them with like the transform mechanic or Yamato to keep control when you have to. And it also attacks for 6, which is pretty good, and it gives you EX cards in the Guardian, so I'm not really complaining. Not really complaining. And then we got 4s. There's a lot of 4s in this deck. So first we'll start off with the 2 of in the deck. Sakura Uchiha destroys Sentinels for 4. When you hit with this one, it feels really good because Sentinels are usually pretty high costed, and you just want to have them. You just want to have them if you need them. Any destruction you can get is good, and she also just can be played because she's a 3 strength with recovery, so you can just play her for 4, and she's actually pretty decent. Okay, and then bust out the rest of the 4s. Boop, boop, boop. We got the whole family in here. We got Sarada Uchiha and Sasuke Uchiha. So Sarada is a new card from the expansion. So you're going to get time threshold -3 strength to a battler. So you can kill 2 weenie dudes. You can kill 1 6 strength thing. This card is insane. And then you got Sasuke. So he's just like an advantage machine. You get Legion with him. Or not Legion with him. You get Legion off of him. You get an EX card when you play him, and he's going back to your hand if he's in the Guardian stack. We got Choza, who is the first of the new blue cards, which play your opponent's ability, or play anything ability, but you can play your opponent's ability off of it. That's insane. So, you know, it's really scary to play cards that can kill themselves just because you have Chozas and things like that can just kind of swing it back for, you know, a less cost. All right. 5 costs. We got Inoichi and Tsunade. So Tsunade, you guys hopefully know is -4, sorry, not -4 strength, but if you have a battler with 4 or less strength, you destroy it. Unfortunately, she can kill herself, which is not that great. We got Inoichi, who is just like Choza, which makes it, this is what I was talking about. If your opponent has Tsunade, you can play Inoichi and kill her. So it makes it a little tricky. He's got a nice tap battler in the Guardian stack. She gives you EX cards in the battler stack. But Inoichi also has the transform. So that's another thing that I was talking about, where you can kind of keep on using your destruction effects. So keep your guys safe. If your opponent, like, you know, you play 2 units, your opponent only destroys 1. Maybe Inoichi can kill their card their destruction card that they played, and you get your own effect back. It's kind of tricky to use transform, but it works out. It works out. It's kind of neat. Then lastly is our big boys. We got Sai. Sai's insane. We got Naruto. Naruto's insane. We got Might Guy. Might Guy is insane. Reds are really good. I don't know if you guys noticed. Red is really good, and I feel like this deck is like red, and then all the blue cards that let you play either more red cards or transform to let you play red cards again. Anyway, Sai is bouncing on both sides. Whether he's in the Guardian or not, he's going to be able to give you some tempo by removing your opponent's card off the board. My guy destroys anything 8 strength or less, which is pretty much everything that matters. My guy, I think, went from being like pretty good to being like one of the best cards. I think if you're playing red, you need to be playing this card. It kills so many cards. It dies to like almost nothing. Your opponent doesn't want to Sai Might Guy back because you just play Might Guy again and kill the Sai. This card's nuts. And the fact that it can't really be destroyed that easily means if you get a good Might Guy off, then you can start using your Inoichis and Chozas to pick off your opponent's units that they're playing, that they're like hoping, because they're like, oh, I can't kill Might Guy, so I gotta play another way, and then you can start picking them off by reusing Might Guy's ability. And Naruto, Uzumaki's effect, you're gonna be destroying 5 strength or less, and time thresholds. If your opponent's kind of getting out of hand, too many units, you can kind of bring him back into control. So that's with the main deck. You got a lot of defense, you got a lot of control, and a few tricks with the Choza Inoichi, which makes it a lot of fun. The other great part about this deck is the EX cards. It's very cheap. You've got Gamma Bunta, Gamma Goro, and Garaga, so 2, 2, and 3. So these cards basically can be played off of, you know, the 2s can be played off of anything in your deck. Garaga plays off of most of your deck. So you can make aggressive plays easily. Garaga, Gamma, both of the Gammas here are giving you a bit of your advantage back. Even Garaga is giving you another EX. You're going to filter even quicker through your things. So there's been plenty of times where I played a Sarada Uchiha, the 3-cost one. You play it, you get one of these 3, you just swing with it, it lives, and you summon it for an EX, and then you attack again, or you just get your advantage and you're happy with it. It's good. It's good. On top of those 3s, our more expensive one is 1 Ninetales Cloak. Just attacking with 9 strength, a drawing card is pretty good. You're probably going to get both of the Guardian attacks out of that one. You got Shukaku, who hits 3 freaking Guardian stacks and has 6 strength. And if he manages to lose the battle, which I think is becoming more common, people are playing like higher statted battlers and less destruction in the Guardian stack, unless you're red. Red's, if you ask me, red's necessary in this format, but that's for another video. But so he's really good because if they kill it, you just back to your hand, you just bring him back out. And we got Gamakichi, lastly, who's a 5-cost, 5 strength, and gives you more time. And the +3 time is basically enough to play everything in the deck. So that +3 time can go a long, long way. So you got a lot of you got cheapness in the EX deck, which allows you to say like, oh, you know, I'm feeling like I'm falling behind. I can play quickly with the EXs and kind of push just crazy damage out of nowhere. Or you can use all the destruction effects and the replay effects to play a more controlling route. So you can really change up your tempo with the deck. And you got the family. So if you're an Uchiha fanboy, it's the deck for you. Look at that. Look at that. Somehow Sarada cloned herself, but what a beautiful family. If you guys enjoyed this family-themed red-blue mid-rangey control-y, I don't know. This deck is awesome. I highly suggest you try it out. It's kind of like a mid-range strategy. You can play it however you want, however the situation decides you to play, needs you to play. And have a wonderful day, guys. Let me know what you guys think, what your favorite color combinations are in with these expansions, with these updates. We'll get some matches going soon. And so keep on learning, keep on having fun, and I will see you guys in another video. Peace.